Welcome back to the channel, guys and girls. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a oil change on my 05 Silverado. I'm just going to give you the gist of it. It's going to be just about the same on every make and model vehicle. The only difference is going to be the type of oil, the placement of the oil fill, the filler, whatever valve for the oil, and then the oil filter itself, and then the dipstick, of course. But mine's a 5.3 Vortec V8, so I'm gonna be using. I used to use Castrol, but I'm gonna use this. Try this Royal Purple, whatever. Spit that out. Mine's 530. The type of oil I have. Most of the time, you can either Google it. It's on your car's owner's manual or on your cap. So we'll go below it, and I'll show you. Only thing you're gonna need is, of course, your oil, an oil drip pan, and a new filter. Mine's the Fram Ultra Synthetic XG3506. That's what I'm using for my particular truck. You're gonna need a ratchet too for your oil filter. Well, you're not your filter, but your drain plug. Well, most of the time you will. I'm using a 15 millimeter. So we'll get back down here. I'll show you where this filter's at, and I'll take the drain plug out, and I'll start digging oil out. Now my particular filter is right here beside the oil pan. Right there, if you can see it, right there. That's where my filter is located. Every car is gonna be different. My wife's is in the front of her Jeep, in front of her engine, beside her AC compressor and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna crack this oil, this plug, and I'm gonna get to draining the oil, and I will get back to you on the next step. It's super simple, easy process. Take the plug out, drain the oil. Once the oil is drained, put the plug back in, take the filter off, let it drain, and then put the new filter back on. Put the new filter on, fill it with the oil, start it, make sure the oil pressure gets up, turn it off, make sure the levels, give it time to settle, make sure the levels are perfect and good, and you're pretty much set. But I'm gonna get this plug out and the filter off, and I'll pick up the camera. Now, depending on how tight your oil filter actually is, you might be able to get away with doing it by hand, but I actually had to use this little oil filter vice grip wrench thingy. They sell them, they sell just about anything else that you'll need to do oil filters with, whatever. They make the socket things, they make all kinds of, like, they make straps, they make all kinds of things. So if you can't get it off, I'm sure you can find a way to get it off right now. I don't have it fully off right now. I've got the oil drain. I'm just I'm about to take the oil filter off. Let it drain, let it start draining, and then once it stops draining, I'll take it all the way off, put the new one in, and then fill it back up with the oil, and make sure everything's topped off. Start it, run it for a little while, and should be good to go. It's really not a hard thing to do. Most people can do it within 5, 10, 15 minutes maybe, depending on where it's at and how hard stuff is to get off. So yeah, I'll get this done, and I will pick up the camera again and show you how I finish off. And yeah, once you get the old filter off, go ahead and get the new filter. Put the old filter back in the new filter's box, and then get the new oil. Just put it around this rubber gasket right here, because lube is awesome. But just get the new oil, put it around this rubber gasket right here, and then come over here, right here, where the new filter goes. Put it up in there. Might need to wiggle it a little bit to make sure she goes on. She's on. Just give her a good hand tighten. I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and then get this out of here so it don't spill everywhere. It's not the biggest pan, but give it a hand, just hand tighten it for now. Wipe down all your excess spilled oil, and I actually have an oil leak, minor oil leak. and then get out, fill her up, and yeah, I'll do all this and then show you the next couple steps. Got the old filter off, the old oil drained out, plug put back in, the new filter on. Now you want to just fill your oil pan back up with the recommended amount of oil that is in your either your manual or you've Googled it, researched it, whatever. But I think mine's 5.5, 6 quarts. I'm gonna put 6 quarts in it just to be safe. And then, like I said, you want to make sure the level's good, full, start it, make sure it builds up pressure and all this good stuff. No leaks on the oil filter or the plug. And then after that, if you need to, top it off, and that's about it for oil change. Just not much to it really. But I'm gonna get this thing filled up with oil, and I'll get back with you. Okay, I got my oil in there. It's filled up. I'm gonna put my gas cap on right now. Start my truck, let it run for a few minutes, build up pressure, make sure nothing's leaking. I did spill quite a bit on my engine, but you'll have that sometimes. The rest is pretty self-explanatory. Fill it up, make sure nothing leaking, turn it off, make sure the oil level is right. If you need to top it off, top it off. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Pretty simple to do. Anybody can do it. But if you found this video helpful in any way, if you like this video, be sure to drop a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you on the next upload. There we go. Right there. You got that